Today we're talking about some expert advice on setting up your Amazon account. What's the best way of getting approval for selling arbitrage on Amazon? And a couple of good practices I'm sharing that will set you up for success on your Amazon business journey. So we're starting right now. Hey guys, this is Farah. Welcome to my channel. We talk about building business on Amazon on this channel. If you're interested in that, then please do subscribe. So first things first, you need an Amazon account to sell on Amazon. So you will need a couple of documents to verify yourself and register your Amazon account. You will really need a professional account. Basic account is only good for research purposes. So have that in mind that you will need to upgrade. I will explain more in detail in just a minute, but you need to have these documents ready and take a couple of these steps in order to set yourself up for success. And these steps are not necessary, like setting up a company, and it will only cost you £12. It's not necessary to register on Amazon, but it's a good practice and it will set you up for success. So these are the sort of tips I'm sharing with you on how to kickstart your account and get a couple of sales going. So I'm going to start with my screen share and I will show you step by step like what are the things that you should consider. Also, I will point out that I am an expert on Amazon, but I am not a financial accounting expert or a legal expert. So I'm just sharing what I have done and things that I consider good practice. You should really talk to an accountant if you really need professional advice. You should be focusing on building your business and not doing your own accounting. You can just pay somebody to do that for you. So I'm going to point the obvious now. The first thing is you should start from your local Amazon marketplace. If you're in the UK, then you should start selling from the UK marketplace, or if you're in the US, then start from there, or any other regional marketplace. If you're local to it, start from there and then build up from there to other regions as you grow your business. And it will be easier for you to start doing retail arbitrage in your local marketplace. This is the list of countries that are eligible to sell on Amazon UK. Okay, so this applies to the United Kingdom here, and this is a list of the countries that can sell on Amazon UK. I will link them in the description below, but pretty much a lot of the countries can. Residents of these countries are allowed to sell on Amazon UK. And similarly, there's another list for the United States, Amazon US. There are more countries, the list is longer, that can sell on Amazon US. So before you do anything else, obviously you need to open your Amazon account on Amazon US, and if you are a citizen of any of these countries, then you can, and you will have to go through the registration process. If you don't have a local marketplace to you, then it will be best to start selling on Amazon US because it is the biggest of the Amazon marketplaces and there is a lot of business happening there. So it will be best for you to start selling from there. Now, what you need, there is the requirements of the documentation that you need to be able to sell on Amazon platform. And the simplest way to register your account is as an individual seller or a business owner, and these will be your requirements. So I just literally just googled it, like what documentation I need, required information, and I just typed in what documentation do I need for registering my account on Amazon UK, and this page comes up, and there's a little video here too that you can watch. But basically you want to make sure that when you're registering your account, the name and the address and all these documents needs to be the same and belongs to the same person. Otherwise you will get stuck in the verification process. You need to have a full valid passport, your national ID card, driver license if you're a citizen of the UK, and your utility bill, bank statement and credit card statement from the past 90 days. But it all needs to be on the same address and belonging to the same person, because they are trying to establish the identity of the person applying for an Amazon account. Okay, so you cannot mess around with this stuff. this is what they need. If you cannot provide it, you will have trouble opening your Amazon account. So don't mess around with this, because once you have your credentials messed up, then it's very hard to get things right with Amazon. They don't have time for this. So nobody else can sort this out for you. You just need to be straight up about this and just get this sorted, so you can move on with the next stage of setup. Let's say your account is set up now, Amazon has approved you. You can only have one Seller Central account for each region. So this is my Seller Central account, and you can see here that I have an Americas, US account and a Europe account, and that's where I pay two separate subscription fees. If you were to sell in any other region, you will have to pay the regional subscription fee, which will be whatever it is. So that's that, and you will have to meet their separate verification requirements for each region, business requirements for each region. So that's why, like the US, there is more information about the US, and it's easiest to register to sell there, because as we talked about, like the more countries are eligible to sell there on Amazon US. I would recommend that you set up a company for yourself, even as a sole proprietor or an individual person. You want to set up a limited LLC, a limited liability company, or a private limited company. But the benefit of doing this step is that when you register your accounts with wholesalers, you'll be taken a bit more seriously, and you will get approved with the wholesalers faster, even though you don't need a company to set up your Amazon account. But for doing retail arbitrage, to get wholesale accounts with all these big wholesalers and get approved by Amazon and get invoices from those companies, you will need to be a company, and that's why it's worth doing this step. And it's a very simple step. You can do it online by yourself. Another thing to consider is if in future you want to sell, your accounts will be organized under a proper company name, and you won't have to hassle in the future. Just tell you that your business finances will be separate from your personal ones. So in case something goes wrong and you owe money to people, or your business owes money to people, it will be your business that can go bankrupt, or the business will owe the money, not your personal, like your home, your personal finances won't be in trouble, even if your business is, if you know what I mean. So it's like a recommended thing to do, that when you're starting a new business, even if it's online Amazon, you don't need it straight away, but you should go through this step and set up a company. It only cost £12 online. If you can see here, it costs £12 and can be paid by a debit or credit card or a PayPal account. And it has all the steps here, part of setting up a limited company, step by step. It's all on the government's website, and you can just go through all these steps and register your company by yourself. And what this will do is, it will it makes it legit as a business owner, as a person that you're a serious person to do business with. Companies, wholesale companies, and everybody will take you more seriously as a business owner if you have a company and you're not just trading in your name. So you will need these 3 pieces of personal information about yourself. So your basically your national insurance number and passport number, and your town of birth, mother's maiden name, and all of that. So I will leave these links in the description, but it only costs you £12 to go do this extra step and really establish your business on good grounds. Another thing to consider before you go into business is obviously, VAT, and whether you need to be VAT registered or what's the case here. Basically, in the UK, if your turnover, your sales revenue is under £85,000, then for a year, for a financial year, then you don't need to be VAT registered. But if it goes over that, you will need to register. Similarly, in US, there are similar rules about VAT or sales tax. And in the US, it's different from state to state, and you will need to register in each state where you are selling your item. So it's a little bit trickier in the US, and it's becoming the same in the EU now, in the European marketplace, where if you are selling in France, Germany, Spain, you will need to register for VAT in each country separately, which becomes a bit of an accounting nightmare. So that's why it's best to start selling from your local marketplace and stay there till you are actually able to scale and afford all these separate accounting in each country or in each state. Just start from one and start small. So now you know that you can register with one Amazon Seller Central account, and that will be connected to all the other regions. This page I will link in the description below, but this is all the documentation requirement and compliance requirement. You should really go through this. It answers all the possible Amazon questions that you might have. I will not discuss all of it in the video, but if you're a sole proprietor in the UK, this is what you will need to submit. If you are a UK partnership, say you two friends form a partnership and that's how you want to start the business, then this is the documentation you will need to provide to Amazon to go through the verification process. The one I just discussed is number 5, this one, and that will be the easiest way as an individual to just get yourself verified. But there's a lot of information here. Link will be in the description, so make sure you check this out. Now we will talk about the kind of account you might need. So there is 2 types of accounts. So there's a basic selling account for the UK marketplace. It's called an individual or a basic seller account when you're selling 35 items, less than 35 items per month. So you're just a small time seller. And these will be your selling fees. So 75 pence per item sold, plus whatever additional fees. And the thing to remember with this is that Amazon sets your shipping rates with this. It will be very hard for you to compete with other sellers, or you will actually have to upgrade to a professional account to really, make good money or decent money on Amazon. You will have to have a professional account, but basic account is good for research purposes. The reason I say this, that you will need to upgrade, is that Amazon will be setting your shipping rates. You have no control over this. So if you want to offer better shipping rates, you won't be able to do that. You will have to upgrade to professional account. The next obvious thing to address is FBA. Everybody wants to do FBA, and you can only do FBA with a professional account. You cannot do it with a basic account. So in order to do that, you will have to start incurring the monthly subscription fee. So make sure that whichever marketplace you register in, you are ready to start selling as soon as possible. Start selling something. Even if you're not doing FBA, start selling something as merchant fulfilled, start selling some arbitrage, kickstart your account, get some sales going. Because, to get FBA right, it will take you some time and practice, and there will be some failures. So, just sort of gear yourself up for that little uphill struggle when you're just setting up your account, you're just trying to get things going, and retail arbitrage or online arbitrage helps you with that. Get your account up and running and get some cash flow going through your account. With that out of the way, now we want to talk about what sort of products you can sell as a new seller. The thing is, yes, there are some ungated categories, and you can just list products in them anytime you want. You will have to go and request approval to sell in certain categories. So these categories and products require approval, all of these. So any products that fall into these main categories, you will need approval for. Everything else, like beauty, electronics, accessories, phone cases, stuff like that, you won't need permission. To sell clothing, you'll need permission. So you will have to apply for this, and that means you will need to meet whatever requirements they send you. So certain products require additional approvals, which are these. So all Amazon device accessories, fidget spinners, all of all of this list, basically, you will have to apply and get approval before you can list these products for sale. Once you have a Seller Central account, you will be able to access this feature, add a product, and you will arrive here. And all you need to do with this is you find a certain product on Amazon's website. Okay, let's assume that you find some stock of this blender from some wholesaler that you are able to buy some units from. You will have to go into your Seller Central, put that ASIN in here, and check and search whether you are allowed to sell that product or not. So you will get a search result like this. That you will have to select the condition, and then it will show you if you're allowed to select if you're allowed to sell this product. An example of product or a brand that's restricted and need application in selling is this ordinary multi peptide serum. So I just picked their ASIN from their website, and let's assume I was able to get some stock of this and I wanted to sell it. I still won't be able to sell this product because this brand, you need approval from this brand to sell this product. So when you're doing retail arbitrage or online arbitrage as a new seller, you will have to check this time and time again for each product, that whether you're allowed to sell it. Now, one of the tricks here, the top tip that I can give you from my experience, is that there is this wholesaler called harrisonsdirect.co.uk, and they are an established wholesaler, and their invoice, so any stock you bought from them from different types of things, they have beauty, toys, confectionery, whatever, basically anything you bought from these guys, and you get an invoice from them. When you submit that invoice with your application to sell or getting ungated on Amazon, Amazon accepts their invoice. How I know this? I know this from experience. So that's one way to get approved for selling in a certain category, that you can source from these guys. Amazon accepts and deems their invoice acceptable. Another thing you want to consider is that if you register with your home address will be displayed on Amazon as your business address. So you want to be careful with that, and you might want to get a PO box number if you're not able to use any other address as your business address, because you don't want to be displaying your home address on Amazon for everybody to see. So just make a decision about that when you're applying to Amazon for a professional account. Once you have your account open and you've been verified, how to get some sales going, I think retail arbitrage or online arbitrage is the best way, because you won't be incurring any advertising costs. You won't need to advertise those popular items because people are already looking for them. You just need to appear in the listing with stock for the item and have an FBA Prime offer, and you will be able to get some sales if you use a scanning software like Mogul. I have a full detailed video on this. I will link it above in the cards and in the description below. You can watch it, and it will help you kickstart your account and get some feedbacks going. And really, that's the best way to start selling on Amazon before you import something from China and send it to FBA. You will need some feedbacks and some authority in your account before you can start attracting sales in the algorithm. It was a bit of a complex video today, explaining all these different rules and screen shares and everything. If you have any questions, please put them in comments below. I will answer them. I hope you found this video useful. I will see you guys next week. Bye.